Hello everyone, this is Banter Bill, and welcome to Citadel of Flame, Path 3 Dungeon Guide. This is not a speedrunning guide, but a guide meant for those who are new to the dungeon or those who need a refresher. I will admit going in that we basically did this dungeon blind. I ran this dungeon like once, maybe 6 months ago, and we decided, you know what, let's do COF P3. No one does that anymore. So we have no idea what we're doing in this dungeon, so we just kill everything. I'm sure it is not the fastest way. And I can tell you right now, while it wasn't a long path, it took us about 25 minutes, there are several places where pickup groups could have problems, and this is one of them. The first part of this dungeon involves hitting these three cogs, or these three claws, at the same time. Now I try to hit it right here with the guys attacking me, and you can't. So the first thing you want to do is kill the guys around the torches. Since I'm a guardian, I am able to do this by myself. The squishier classes should have a teammate. So you can split up the torches 2, 2, and 1. Then once we kill all the oozes, we have to synchronize when we hit the torches. Excellent, so we all hit the torches at the same time, and then we can move forward. So again, we have no idea what we're doing here, so we just kill every single thing in this dungeon. We don't know where any of the skips are. And even killing everything, it wasn't too bad of a path. So it looks like these guys are throwing projectiles, so Reflex would be useful here, and our Mesmer throws up feedback, which is great.
I summon the power of Earth. Getting healthier.
Alright.
Good work. Cross this bridge up ahead and we'll ambush the siege troops.
Then moving on, we're gonna ambush some siege troops. Although what we do, just killing everything in our path, it's not that much of an ambush. There are 3 guys right here, and we just attack them. No sneaky tactics, attack them. I'm sure you could skip these guys, but we have no idea what's coming up, so we just kill them anyway. Our Mesmer focus pulls them into one place, which is great since they're all stacked together now. And some of them are using projectiles, it looks like, so the reflex are also useful.
Summon the power of the storm. Might makes me right. Stand your ground.
Here you need to kill a bunch of ads without dying. And we manage it. They're really easy to kill, there's just a lot of them. And our poor little devourer died. Looks so sad all curled up like that. Alright, then on with our ambush. Kind of. There are more guys that we have to kill. Reflex would be useful here because of the turrets, and there are just tons of guys. I'm sure some of them are throwing these projectiles around. So I apologize for not giving that much advice, but I have no idea what I'm doing in this dungeon. So my advice is just kill everything. Coming up here, we killed the turrets first because they were hurting us a bunch. So we went back here and killed these guys back before we killed the champion.
I'll be damned. You and the twig did it.
That Savari doesn't sound very intimidating with his squeaky voice.
Now, we go on the offensive. I'll be a dip Doliac before I let the Flame Legion have the initiative again. Everyone, move out, cross the bridge, and bring the fight!
Coming up is probably another barrier to pug groups doing this. You have to kill a bunch of silver mobs that are actually pretty hard to take down. I could see some less experienced groups wiping on this part several times. Our strategy is just to tank and spank. We group up the guys together, or at least try to, and then just DPS them down. No real special tactics here. When there is a lull in the fight, we try to revive the NPCs. They do tank some of our damage, so we think, why not? And reflects are useful as always. Alright, and we get our well-earned chest. That was probably the hardest part of the dungeon right there.
Permission granted. From hell, Scout.
Actually, I'll revise that. The part coming up is probably the hardest part of the dungeon, especially if you do not have a mesmer. This is another barrier to pug groups doing this. Look, glowing rocks. Let's check out what these things do.
More knowledge for me.
I'll just stand right here. Not a good idea. So, as you can just see, when the glowy rocks glow, they will explode if someone is nearby. And this part is very difficult, especially without a mesmer. So I recommend running in right behind the glowy rocks, and if you time it right, you should make it all the way. And I had to dodge a bit at the end, but I made it fine. When you do make it, there are turrets that constantly fire at you, like this. And you want to keep dodging while those turrets are firing at you. I don't think you can kill those turrets without aggroing the mobs. I attempt to do it here to see if I aggro anything, and I'm pretty sure the champion just comes up right behind me while I'm killing these turrets. So if you do get to the other side and you're waiting, can't AFK, you'll just have to dodge back and forth. If there's someone in your group that just absolutely can't make it, once you beat these guys, a waypoint does spawn. It will take a while though, but if they just can't do it and you have no mesmers, a waypoint will spawn after this champion. You sound like the Roadrunner with those tiny footsteps going really fast. So the main gimmick with this boss is that he will try to knock you into the lava that is all around him. So you want to try to stay in the middle of this arena, avoid his knockback attacks, but if you're in the middle and you do get knocked back, you won't fall in the lava. Falling in the lava is bad. Now occasionally he'll go invulnerable and put up these spiky rocks, which if you don't dodge like I failed to do there, you'll get knocked back. However, if you're in the middle, then you won't get knocked back as much. Eventually we develop a routine where every time he uses the invulnerable attack, I pop stand your ground. And so even if you do get hit, you don't get knocked back. And the cooldown for stand your ground is just enough to make it for each time he does the invulnerable attack. So again, with this boss, just stay in the middle, avoid his knockbacks. If you do get knocked back and you're in the middle, that's okay because you won't get knocked back in the lava. His spiky rock attack also puts bleeds on you if you fail to dodge it, so condition removal can be helpful as well. And that is it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I apologize again for having no idea what I'm doing in this dungeon. I'll see you next time.